get stoned, I don't care. Keep stoning me. I'm doing the right shit. Love y'all, man. Appreciate your effort, too. But I heard some things when I come down here, you hear better when you hear people, when they come out their mouths and you see their body expressions. That's why I stand up. Okay, so I look at people to see what their responses are to what people are saying. Okay, it tells a lot. Okay, without saying nothing. Okay. Yeah, I know I dislike him, but that man is right on today. Okay, he right on today. He's
Who's
right
that?
on today. He on his A game today. He is on his A game today. And I wish he would use his A game to help the rest of y'all out because he has a lot of wisdom in it. When he chooses to use it, it always come out right. When he chooses to. Right?
Where's
That's
where's
real.
Inez at? Do we have a quorum?
I will tell anybody. I don't got to agree with you to respect you. That's how I move. I'll be out here tonight. I just came back and cars and things. Here and here. Them business people, man. They ain't doing nothing in my community. And you ain't gonna make them believe that those business people downtown, dumb people downtown. They want that stadium because any business downtown is finna drown in that stadium. Any business downtown, you're not getting nobody down there. And if you take putting nice apartments down here and dog parks downtown, that ain't generating no revenue at all. You're not developing anything. We're losing more than we can ever gain. And I'm finna take a lot of people down to Columbus, okay? Because it's time that I bring it to y'all and say, we need to get all our constituents, every last one of y'all, in buses, get down to Columbus and say, hey man, what y'all doing? I mean, churches, pastors, everybody needs to be in all these buses.
I know I need to let go and let God. I'm trying to get there. But Fannie Lewis used to say, God forgives you, and I'm sure trying. Yeah. All right, let's go ahead. I got a quorum, so I'm gonna go ahead and get started. This committee of finance, development, and inclusion, financial development, equity, and inclusion is called to order. Madam Clerk, please call the roll. Here. Thank you. I believe we have a guest at the table. If I'm going to ask economic development, I believe they have a couple of guests with the Penrose. This is ordinance number 1458-2025 as amended by Council Members Starr, Bishop, Hairston, and Griffin by departmental request. An emergency ordinance to amend the title and sections 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 of ordinance number 738-2025 passed June 2, 2025 relating to an agreement with Penrose Holdings, LLC, or its designee for the sale of the Warner and Swayze building and entering into loan agreements with Penrose Holdings, LLC, or its designee to provide assistance to partially finance the redevelopment. I'll read the amendment. The amendment states that there is no legal objection to this legislation if amended as follows. 1, in Section 1, at amended Section 5, Line 4, strike RL 2025-39 and insert RLA 2025-40. Date 11/19/2025. Signed, Steve Martinek, Assistant Director of Law. I'm also going to read the companion pieces that are associated with it. And these are the companion pieces that are associated with this. These will be introduced and considered for passage by the full body this evening. First is ordinance number 1519-2025 by Council Member Starr, Hairston, and Griffin by departmental request, an emergency ordinance to amend the title and sections 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 of ordinance number 742-2025 passed June 2, 2025, relating to an agreement with Penrose Holdings, LLC, or its designee for redevelopment of the Warner and Swayze building located at 5701 Carnegie Avenue and other associated costs necessary to redevelop the property. Next one is ordinance number 1511-2025 by Councilmembers Hairston and Griffin by departmental request, approving the Tax Incentive Review Council's year 2020. Where's Inez at? Inez. Are these, this is not a companion piece. All three? No, it's just one. Okay, so this one is different. Okay. All right, thank you. Apologize, everyone. I thought I was getting a little bit ahead of my skis. All right, so this is the Penrose Agreement. So we're going to stick to 1458-2025 as amended and 1519-2025 that will be considered by the full body. Director Jovi Rose, if you could please announce who you're with, and we'll proceed from there.
Absolutely. Good afternoon, Chair. I'm here again today to talk about Warner Swayze. We're here with our colleagues over in Community Development, and they're bringing forth the companion piece. We have Mr. Peppers, who is the Vice President of Economic Development, working on this project with the Warner Swayze team. We have John Fosbender, who's a project manager on my team, who's been working really hard on this, and Afoma Ezebwe, who has been doing the same. And I will pass it on to Afoma to just talk about the amendment and be able to answer any questions that you have.
Thank you. Please.
Thank you, Director. Thank you, Chair. This amendment is necessary because the client have requested multiple loans. So the original agreement was just to make a loan, and this amendment is to pluralize the number of loans because they are having different kinds of housing development. Some are senior, and some of them are for family units, and they would like us to make separate loans for each of those condomized units. And so both CD and ED are looking to make this change to enable us to enter into multiple loan agreements.
Thank you. This was relieved by DPS and Municipal Services. Councilman Hairston, Councilman Bishop.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, we relieve this and we fully support it for passage.
Thank you. Councilman Hairston.
Yes, Mr. Chair, we have, DPS also relieved this, understanding that it was only minor changes to the ordinance and fully supportive. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilman Starr, this is in the illustrious Ward 5.
No, I support this whole initiative. This is a great opportunity, a project that we've been working on a little bit over the last 2.5 years, and we're almost at the finish line, so I do support this in order.
Thank you so much. Seeing no other questions, Councilman Conwell, and then who else? Councilman Conwell and Casey. What, you looking for 1519? 1458 and 5701 Carnegie. Is the old building right behind the fire station across from the waste facility right by 55th and Carnegie, right in that general vicinity. It's been sitting there for about 30, 40 years almost. Yes. Exactly. All right? Outstanding. Councilman Casey.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, to our directors, could you just tell us how much total the city is investing in loans? And then are any of the loans forgivable, and what are the terms of the loans?
Yes, I can speak to ED loans. We are doing a loan of $800,000 UDAG, and then also the Industrial Commercial Land Bank, we're doing a loan of $2.08 million, which is to reinvest the purchase price to help with construction, to help fill the gap and bring this long overdue project to market.
All right, Mr. Chairman, I forget your
Ifoma?
AFOMA. So we're investing $3.6 million. The city's investing $3.6 million from ED. Anybody, any other department putting money into this?
To the chairman, through the to To the council member through the chair. We are doing $4 million, this community development is, in home dollars for Warner and Swayze, which will be divided between those two condos, and then also another $3 million through the Vesta Fund, which you have before you, that ordinance.
So, Mr. Chairman, to our team, we're putting $10.6 million into, the city's investing $10.6 million into this project, correct? If those numbers that you just told me are correct, I added them up. I can only get to about 20, but I'm good at 10.6. So we're investing, the city's investing $10.6 million into this project, correct?
Yes, and the total project cost is $64 million. So
Okay.
there's a whole lot, there's about 20 different partners in trying to bring this wonderful project to
All right, and then,
fruition.
and I think it's a great project. I just want to know what we're investing. And then, is any of this money, Mr. Chairman, to our team, is any of it forgivable? Or will they be paying the whole 10.6 million back?
Through the chair to the councilman, the ED ones are forgivable contingent on them meeting the conditions of forgiveness.
So Mr. Chairman, to our team, the 7 million is forgivable.
The ED ones are under 3 million.
Pardon me?
The economic development ones are 2.8 million.
Oh, the 2.8 million is forgivable. And then the rest of it is paid over how long?
To the council member through the chair, they will have about 15-year term for
A 15-year
those,
term?
for the community development loans.
Okay. All right, thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Just for clarification, is the city in first position on this, or are we in a subordinate position on this?
To the chair, the city in ED is subordinate to the primary lenders. We and the county shares a subordinate position behind the senior lender,
Okay, so we're in second position, not first position.
not first position. We're
Okay,
in
thank you.
third subordinate
okay.
position.
About third position. Okay, thank you. All right, seeing no other questions,
Mr. President, what you said, we in second, or you said we in?
third.
Okay, third. You had
Yes, sir.
moved away a little
Okay.
bit.
All right. Okay, so seeing no other questions, ordinance number 1458-2025, as amended in ordinance number 1519-2025, stand approved. 1519-2025 will be heard for full consideration by the council this evening. Thank you all so much, and congratulations on the great project.
Yeah, that's cool.
Please sign on. All right, Muni Court. All right. First is ordinance number 1448-2025 by Councilmember Griffin by departmental request, an emergency ordinance authorizing the Director of Finance on behalf of the Cleveland Municipal School District to enter into one or more contracts with Court Community Service for one, professional services necessary to place criminal defendants in community service, and two, for placement of criminal defendants in the Cleveland Work Crew Program, both as referred to the court for the Cleveland Municipal Court for a period of 1 year with 2 one-year options to renew exercisable by the Director of Finance. Director, and also please announce all of your guests that you have with us today.
Yes, Chair, I'm Michelle Kenny. I'm the Finance Director for Cleveland Municipal Court, and I have our new Deputy Court Administrator with us, Stephanie Pope Early.
Hello. All right.
For this legislation, Court Community Service, we have contracted with them for over, I'm going to say for over 10 years. And they provide services for those that need to go out and do community service that go through our court. And just this year, they have provided over 78,000 hours of community service. They have collected bags of litter, over 24,000. And I know council people also contact Court Community Service for their constituents in the community. They help the seniors, they help property owners, and they do community service work to help them with their program as they come through the court.
Thank you. Who took over for, what's his name? Paul Cloder, yeah. Who took over for Paul?
Right now, he's interim right now with them. They weren't able to be here today, but he's interim with them on contract until they get someone full-time.
Councilwoman Spencer?
Thank you. Not to, sorry to interrupt, Council President. We've been working with an individual named Amy Flowers, who I believe is the director and/or primary point person. So the program and services have continued as they always were, and appear, they're still very highly effective.
Yes, to the council, to the chair, yes.
Absolutely. Thank you. Any other questions regarding 1448-2025? Councilwoman Spencer?
Thank you, Council President. Just a comment that I cannot imagine having done my term in office without Court Community Service. They have been absolutely invaluable, and just want to thank and shout out Court Community Service, Paul Clodor's service, and then under Amy Flowers. Really appreciate everyone's work. Thank you.
Thank you.
Very good.
Thank you. Councilman Kevin Bishop?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, I just want to express the same sentiments that Councilwoman Spencer have. Court Community Service has done Ward 2 very well, and we look forward to working with Court Community Service in the future. And thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you. Did I miss anybody else?
Mr. Chairman.
Councilman Michael Pelisi?
Mr. Chairman, I too would like to express my support and wholehearted support for Court Community Service. They've done an excellent job throughout the city, and I want to also thank these two young ladies for being at the table. They're both proud residents of Ward 8, okay? Okay.
Thank you. All right, seeing no other questions, ordinance number 1448-2025 stands approved. Please sign on. And I want to ask if council members, if you could, we really are about an hour behind our original start time, and we do have to burn through a significant piece of legislation. So I just want to make sure that everybody is cognizant of that as we move this forward. Thank you. Next is ordinance number 1449-2025 by Councilmember Griffin by departmental request. An emergency ordinance authorizing the Director of Finance on behalf of the Cleveland Municipal School District, Cleveland Municipal Court to enter into one or more contracts with Oriana House, Inc. for professional services necessary to provide appropriate placement for defendants to be assigned into supervised pretrial release without the sanction of incarceration and to provide related services for the Cleveland Municipal Court for a period of 1 year with a 1 year option to renew, exercisable by the Director of Finance. And is Jim, are you going to join us or? Thank you. Please proceed.
Thank you, Council Chair. We have with us Oriana House, and we also have the pretrial services director with us. He's sitting, his name is Ron Hampton. He is also here. And just to give a little history, Stephanie Pope Early was a former pretrial services director, so she knows this program like the back of her hand because it started under her while she was a director. I'll let her speak on this.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Pretrial Services is a department that was established in the court back in 2018. The purpose of pretrial services was in response to bill reform, so our bill reform efforts throughout the state of Ohio. So we wanted to release individuals out in the community based on risk pretrial. And at that time, we created a contract with the Oriana House to provide services for case management, for electronic monitoring, and other services during the pretrial phase of so individuals are not incarcerated in the jail.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Any other guests want to make any remarks? Okay. All right. Great. Thank you. Any questions regarding 1449-2025? Councilwoman Jasmine Santana.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Through the chair, Stephanie. What is the success rate in this program?
I can say to the councilwoman through the chair that we have had a substantial decreased level of failure to appear rates during the overall period for pretrial services.
We'll let Ron speak on these numbers.
Mr. Ron?
Thank you.
So she moved up, so she left that to somebody else.
I can't read the handwriting.
Success rate. So our failure to appear rate has decreased over the years. In 2018, we had a failure to appear rate of 42%. At our last year end in 2024, that rate now sits at only 24%. as far as individuals with new criminal activity. In 2024, only 5% of individuals monitored by the pretrial service department have any type of new criminal activity.
Got it. And how many clients are you guys serving per year?
2024's rate, we were at roughly 1,732 defendants.
Good, thank you.
Thank you. Any other questions regarding 1449-2025? Seeing no other questions, ordinance number 1449-2025 stands approved. Last one for municipal court is ordinance number 1453-2025 by council members. Thank you, Jim. All right, thank you, ma'am. All right, ordinance number 1453-2025 by Councilmember Griffin by departmental request, an emergency ordinance authorizing the Director of Finance on behalf of the Cleveland Municipal Court to enter into one or more contracts with the Cuyahoga County Public Defender Commission for legal services necessary to defend indigent defendants charged with violation of ordinances of the City of Cleveland that may result in incarceration for the Cleveland Municipal Court for a period of 1 year, with one option to renew for an additional consecutive year, exercisable by the Director of Finance. Director and Mr. Sweeney.
Good afternoon. We contract with them probably over the past 10 years in regards to reaching out to the Cuyahoga County Public Defender's Office when clients that come to the court need free service as they appear in court. Our Cuyahoga County Public Defender's Office has been a great resource for the defendants that do come to the court, those who aren't able to hire an attorney, which is very helpful. We have a great relationship with them. This is general funding. And with this funding, we get about a 82% reimbursement for this fund. So when you see the dollar amount in the legislation, about 82% of that is refunded back to the City of Cleveland. And I will have Mr. Sweeney speak if he would like.
Thank you, Council President, members of council. This is a partnership that the Cuyahoga County Public Defender's Office has had for, I think, almost 20 years now, providing representation. And we appreciate the opportunity to represent people in their moment of greatest need that can't afford counsel. And we just ask that you continue to contract with us for that purpose.
Thank you. Are there any questions regarding ordinance number 1453-2025? Attorney Sweeney, thank you so much. I know you do a great job. Been knowing you for more than 25 years, and still great to see you. We got gray hair.
Yeah. After that last meeting.
Yeah, we're still here. We're still here. We are still here, my friend. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Have a great one. Thank you, ladies.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And we're not going to hold that. You guys are great Ward 8 constituents.
Thank you.
Not going to hold that against you. Thank you. All right. The Department of Aging, if they could come join us. This is ordinance number 1418-2025 by Councilmembers Conwell and Griffin by departmental request, an emergency ordinance authorizing the Director of Aging to apply for and accept one or more grants from the Western Reserve Area Agency on Aging for 2026 through 2028 Western Reserve Area Agency on Aging programs, including supportive services and aging and disability resource center programs, and authorizing the Director to accept gifts, grants, or services from any public or private entity for the purposes of this grant. Director, our favorite, how you doing?
Well, thank you. Good afternoon, Council President, council members. Every couple years, I come before you to ask for the authority to enter into a contract after applying to the Western Reserve Area Agency on Aging. It's been more than 20 years that we've received this grant. Pays for the salaries of 5 full-time employees and several part-time employees, people you know like Tony Dial and Gladys Soto and Jay Roz.
Very good.
Thank you. And first of all, I want to commend your department. You're always very prompt. I know that the needs of our aging community in the city of Cleveland are overwhelming, but you always step up to the plate whenever we have issues. Okay.
Great team. Thank
Councilman
you.
Kevin Conwell, you relieved this. Did you have any remarks?
I relieved this. I trust the department. You guys execute well. You mentioned Tony Dow and the other people. They're very, very good. So I ask Cleveland City Council to support this ordinance. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Keep doing a great job.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Director.
Thank you. Seeing no other questions, ordinance number 1418-2025 stands approved. Thank you, Director.
Thank you so much.
All right. We do have another group of guests, and I'm going to ask if Economic Development can invite them to the table. I didn't see this earlier. My apologies. This is ordinance number 1522-2025 by council members House Jones, Hairston, Griffin, by departmental request, an emergency ordinance authorizing the Director of Economic Development to enter into a loan agreement with Village of Joy Corporation or its designee to provide economic development assistance to partially finance the construction of a birthing center at 1802 East 65th Street and other associated costs necessary to redevelop the property. And once again, this will be introduced and heard for consideration by the full body this evening. Director Rose.
Thank you.
Joe Rose. I'm going to
you.
get it right eventually.
That's okay. It's a tough one.
Joe Rose Bordeaux, so
that's right.
Director Bordeaux.
That's right.
Okay, gotcha.
Thank you, Chair. I'm here with a very exciting project. It's one that really aligns with this administration's commitments to healthy neighborhoods, inclusive economic growth, and supporting Black women-led organizations that are really delivering on real impact. I'm here with Chris Shefton, who is the Chief of Growth and Expansion, Jasmine Long, President and CEO, and my amazing project manager, Robin Brown, who has worked really hard to get this to this point today. And so, Robin, if you want to speak to the specific ask at the table today.
Sure. Through the chair, the Department of Economic Development is looking to give Birth and Beautiful Communities, which is also known as Village of Joy Corporation, a $750,000 loan. That loan will be a term of 10 years. The first year will be interest only, and the remaining 9 years will be amortized. We will also receive a corporate guarantee from Birth and Beautiful Communities, as well as a third position on the project site.
Okay, great. First of all, great group of, I got to say this, I'm just floored and watching all these powerful Black women at the table today. This is amazing, but I do have to say this is a very important project. It hits the triple bottom line that this council is looking for. It hits the economic, social, and environmental impact that we're looking for. So if any of you guys have any remarks, I'm a big fan of it. I actually have, for full disclosure, my granddaughter benefited from being a part of this program. So it's actually a program that I've seen work. My son's girlfriend, and they were right there for her and helped her through the process. So I'm very fond of the work that this group does. So thank you, Ms. Long.
Well, thank you. And I guess with that, I would say that these are actually the last dollars needed. So if you've driven by East 65th and Chester, you will notice a very large hole in the ground because we have already begun construction. We have raised $13.9 million for this project, which I think is really impressive. And I'm so thankful to everyone on the council and administration side who worked tirelessly to ensure that we can get this done in order to close on our new market tax credits by the end of the year. So we're just really excited to bring this building to fruition, and we should be in it by the top of 2027. So just thank you to Councilman Hairston for his work in getting this to DPS and really just helping us to ensure that we were able to get this project completed. And if we didn't get this one, we would have lost $2 million in our new market tax credit. So this helps us tremendously. So thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Shefton?
To the chair, as well as the rest of council, as our fearless leader has already stated, thank you so much for your continued support of this project. These dollars will help to benefit not only Cleveland, but Cuyahoga County. And we are under construction now, and we are so excited to welcome the first guests into our birthing center. So thank you so much for your support.
Thank you so much. And I already know the answer to this, but Councilwoman House Jones has given this her blessing.
Yes.
Okay, all right. Councilman Brian Casey.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, to our presenters, can you just tell me First of all, I think the project's a marvelous project, and it's going to do wonders. But can you tell me how much total the city has invested into this project?
And let me say this while you guys are looking for that. One thing that I try to do is pick up on different council members' questions. I believe that, I'm gonna call this the KZ question. It might be best for you guys to bring the capital stack whenever you come to the table with these projects, because I see that that's gonna be recurring things.
And Mr. Chairman, you're absolutely correct, because every project that's going to come to the table from now on, we're going to want to know exactly, because I want to start differentiating how much money is being spent out of downtown and throughout the different communities in the city. So right now, we're at 10.6 today, which is not a bad thing, but we're gonna increase that.
Thank you.
So to the chair, to Councilman Casey, there's a City of Cleveland ARPA grant for $1 million. They also have our loan of $750,000 into the deal, and the total project cost is about $12.9 million.
Okay, so Mr. Chairman, to our presenters, the city has offered, given them, supported them with $1.75 million. Correct?
Correct.
All right, thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you, ladies.
Thank you. Seeing no other questions, ordinance number 1522-2025 stand approved. Keep up the great job, ladies, and looking forward to it.
Good job.
Thank you. As I learned, ribbon cuttings are great. Groundbreakings are great, but ribbon cuttings are better. So please make sure the entire council gets invited to the ribbon cuttings, okay?
Yes.
Thank you. All right. Next is, we're going to bring up Public Works. If Public Works can come up here. This is, the first ordinance is ordinance number 1396-2025, as amended by Council Members Bishop and Griffin by departmental request, an emergency ordinance authorizing the Director of Public Works to enter into a license agreement with a vendor to install and maintain an automatic teller machine terminal located in room 122, vital statistics for the use and convenience of the general public for a period of 1 year, with a 1-year option to renew, exercisable by the Director of Public Works. Director.
Council President, there's also an amendment.
Let me read the amendment. The amendment says there is no legal objection to this legislation if amended as follows. 1, in the title, line 3, strike a vendor to install and insert key bank 2, and in line 7, strike 1 year with 1 year and insert 2 years with 1 3-year. 2, in section 1, at line 3, strike a vendor based on competitive proposals granting and insert key bank whereby the city grants key bank, and in line 7, strike the selection of the vendor and consideration for the license shall be made by the Board of Control on the nomination submitted by the Director of Public Works. 3, in section 2, starting at line 1, strike 1 year with 1 year and insert 2 years with 1 3-year. Number 4, insert new sections 3 and 4 to read as follows. Section 3, that the license agreement shall be prepared by the Director of Law and shall contain additional terms and conditions necessary to effect the license agreement authorized by this ordinance. Number 4, the Director of Public Works and the Director of Law and other appropriate city officials are authorized to execute such other agreements and certificates and take such other actions as may be necessary or appropriate to effect the license agreement authorized by this ordinance. Number 5, renumber existing Section 3 to new Section 5. This was dated 11/18/25, signed by Dela O'Brien, Assistant Director of Law. Director-in-Chief.
Thank you, Chair. This piece is for the city of Cleveland to be able to have a ATM machine in the vital statistics room 122 in City Hall. This we've come to this table before to ask for this, and in the past, what was asked is that we put out an RFP to solicit proposals. We did that 2 times, and both times we had no responses to that. Because this is KeyBank's ATM, they were willing to continue. But for the most part, after talking with law, they believe that we should go direct with this group because they're willing to do it. There was also angst about the KeyBank's involvement in the Community Reinvestment Act. And I do have, and we sent this over earlier, the memo that Community Development has with Key Bank reaffirming their commitment to the Community Reinvestment Act. With that being said, we are asking for this council's approval to be able to go direct to Key Bank and to have the ATM. I also was asked this morning what was the cost if a person were to use a credit card. It would be $2.50. That would be the charge for using a credit card. But I was also told that there are a good number of people that still use the ATM when they actually are trying to purchase a birth certificate or a death certificate. With that said, I'll open up for questions.
Thank you. Real quick, do we know what the average amount for, first of all, let me stay on my own protocol. Councilman Kevin Bishop.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, we heard this morning, fully supported for passage.
Thank you so much, Councilman. Just very briefly, do we know how much on average we anticipate or how much we have received on that ATM machine?
To the chair, we get nothing out of this. There's no payments that come to us, and the city pays nothing.
Does the vendor make you aware of how much they usually receive or how much they usually actually, how much does this machine generate?
To the chair, it would be the same as any ATM anywhere else.
Right.
So, but we don't get a report of what.
Here's where I'm going at. This is something to consider for future councils and for future administrations. We're looking under every rock for every resource, and these big corporations are coming here, and they're going to make money some kind of way off of these ATM machines. I would really encourage this council and this administration to really estimate or try to find out what is being generated off of these machines, and then determine if and what we should be able to utilize to get a portion. Even if it's a very small portion, that very small portion can go to something that we might have needs for in the city, or be able to go into some different kind of funds that may be able to generate dollars where we can be able to do things like home repair and other things. So you're going to hear me be more aggressive about how we could try to find money, because we do not have $512 million coming from the federal government anytime soon.
Understood.
Okay, thank you. Councilman Slife.
It's mildly silly, but serious. If it is possible through the chair to the director to speak with Key Bank to make sure that whether that is the unit that stays or a new one comes in, that it's technologically up to date. My personal debit card was actually shut down when I tried to use this ATM because it hit for fraud, because I guess it uses the magnetic swipe instead of the chip. And so I want to make sure that people that are coming to use this, that we're not actually making their lives worse instead of less convenient. So that was my personal experience. Thank you.
Chair, to Councilman. Noted.
Thank you so much. Seeing no other questions, ordinance number 1396-2025 stands approved. Please sign on. The next one is ordinance number 1404-2025, as amended by Councilmembers Bishop and Griffin by departmental request, an emergency ordinance determining the method of making the public improvement of implementing the active transportation program by repairing and constructing various safety improvements, including but not limited to pavement markings, delineator posts, sign fabrication material, traffic signal equipment, design and related improvements, and authorizing the Director of Public Works to enter into one or more public improvement contracts for the making of the improvement, authorizing the Director to employ one or more professional consultants necessary to design the improvement, and authorizing the Director to apply for and accept one or more gifts and grants or other funding from public or private entities to implement this ordinance. And the amendment states as follows: there is no legal objection to this legislation if amended as follows. 1, in section 7 at the end, insert that the Director of Public Works shall provide written notice to the Clerk of Council whenever any purchase is made under this section, which notice shall include the details of any such cooperative purchases. Date 11/24/25, signed Patricia McGinty Aston, Assistant Director of Law. Director, do you have any comments?
Yes, thank you, Chair. This piece is in support of our move towards more mobility and to be able to have more traffic calming projects. This is $1 million that we're asking to be able to have contracts as well as contracts for labor and materials to be able to support that. So I have with me here Commissioner Mavick, who's going to give you more on the details of what we're asking for.
Through the chair and the council, to allow the division to enter into agreements and contracts with folks to help some of the striping plans, some of the design, to help support the Cleveland Moves and Vision Zero initiatives.
Thank you. Councilman Bishop, any comments?
Mr. Chairman, we fully support this for passage.
Thank you. Just out of curiosity, this is like the painting the stripes and painting the bike lanes and painting the crosswalks and all those things like that, right?
Through the chair, it's, so that's done in-house. That's a citywide program that the division takes care of, which is the crosswalks, pavement, or lane lines and symbols. This is to help our forces if there's other projects that are related to the mobility pieces like Vision Zero and or the Cleveland Moves group. So this would come in and help erase some of the pavement markings and restripe it. Could be delineator posts that you may have seen going around town, but not on a large scale or capital project type program, but it's more of smaller jobs and smaller implementations.
Okay, thank you. Councilman Polensek.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, I'm all for traffic calming and so many other things you're putting up. But let me tell you something. I'm at a meeting last week, and I had some woman go off on me that she hit one of the speed tables, and she indicated that she damaged her struts. So when I went and looked at the speed table, you can't even see the speed table because there's no paint on it left anymore. So what, I don't know where you guys are buying paint. Are you buying it from China? Where are you getting the paint that goes on these speed tables? That's what I want to know. Because you cannot see them. And if you go into Akron, they have their speed tables they're highlighted. They use Day-Glo paint or whatever they're using on these things. You can see them when you're rolling up. So we don't have the adequate signage. The signage is not placed well. And you can't even see these speed tables because the paint is gone. So I need to understand what the game plan is. You know, I keep hearing, Vision Zero, and I guess that's Vision Zero. You can't see the speed table, okay? That's for Vision Zero. So explain to me what the game plan is here to adequately mark the bike lanes, to adequately mark the speed tables, so even someone who has poor vision might be able to see them, okay?
Through the chair of the councilman, couple things. The contract that we have is with Sherwin-Williams. As we've talked before at this table, we've gone from a waterborne to an acetone type pavement marking, which has a longer life. The speed tables you're referencing, we've changed how we do that. We're actually striping all the way across. The signage is adequate. Sometimes it may not be right at the speed table, but we have strips on the front of the posts, and the diamonds are 30-inch diamonds. So that's.
So wherever you stripe them, wherever you paint them, isn't on the northeast side, okay? So when are you going to paint those things so people can see them?
Through the chair, which ones are
on Waterloo, man?
Oh, Waterloo, okay.
I mean, you can't even see it. That's where she did a dance on me about she said she damaged her struts on her car. And when you go over there, you cannot see them. The paint is gone. So again, Mr. Chairman, Sherwin-Williams, maybe they're importing it from China. I don't know where they're getting it from. But the fact of the matter is, it should be color. It should be like a Day-Glo paint, something that you can see. And so there's no question about that. It's there. And I'd say on all these speed tables we're putting in, because every council member here has requests for speed tables. I think I got 24 streets that are requesting speed tables. So that's a whole nother discussion. We get into resurfacing to the chair, to Councilman Bishop, chair of the committee. I mean, I'm a firm believer as we resurface streets, we should be putting speed tables in where warranted. But at the end of the day, we got to properly, the bike lanes, everything. And what are those things you're putting in?
Through the chair of the councilman, those are delineator post separation.
Delineators. Yeah. So with regard to your delineators, what are you going to do when it comes snow plowing time?
Through the chair of the council member, they've been installed throughout the city during the winter, specifically on Detroit Superior Bridge.
Okay.
Now, when we do lose a couple, our staff is they're equipped to go out and replace
So
those.
you have the equipment to plow between the delineator and the sidewalk? That's what I want to know?
Through the chair, that's correct. Yes, we do.
Okay, you do. And that's citywide, you have that equipment to do that?
So through the chair to the councilman, that's something we have started, and we are getting more of that equipment. But
Okay.
We do use a special group when it comes to those types of areas.
Okay, so I would request through the chair to the wonderful director and to the commissioner, do not put any delineators up on the northeast side unless you can clean them. The snow on the side of the delineator, okay? Because you know who's going to be getting the phone calls on that one? That if they cannot plow the streets or adequately maneuver through the delineators you guys want to put up all over the place, okay? Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Seeing no other questions, ordinance number, Councilman Kevin Bishop, I apologize.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, I just want to kind of back up Councilman Plinsick's point. I do have 3 or 4 speed tables that I've hit that they are not painted. So I do understand that some of them need to be painted. Some of them are painted, but some of them are still missing the paint. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
To the chair, to the council, Councilman Palencic and Bishop, we will go back, take a look at those. If you can give us exact addresses and make it easier for us to get to, but we definitely will get to Waterloo and make it so it's not vision zero for you over there.
Thank you. And I want to give a tip to all the council members. By sitting on the Moral Claims Committee, I've learned the hard way that a lot of people don't report these kind of things. Therefore, it makes it hard to substantiate trying to invest in moral claims if we don't have a precedent. So I will strongly suggest that they make a complaint to 311 so that we have a public record to actually make sure that we use as a precedent, okay? All right, any other questions? Seeing no other questions, ordinance number 1404-2025 stands approved. I'll move to ordinance number 1446-2025 by council members Bishop and Griffin by departmental request, an emergency ordinance determining the method of making the public improvement of purchasing, repairing, constructing, and installing signal support poles and authorizing the Director of Public Works to enter into 1 or more public improvement contracts for the making of the improvement for a period not to exceed 2 years. Director and Commissioner.
Thank you, Chair. This piece for $750,000 is to give us the ability to replace signal poles throughout the city. As you may know, we have many signal poles that are in need of repair and replacement, and this is the first step for us to be able to start that. With that, I'm going to allow Commissioner Mavick to give some comments.
To the chair of the committee, this to allow us to enter into a contract to replace the uprights on our mast arm signal supports. So, replace the ones that have been damaged over the years and some that are rotting out. So this will give us the ability to replace those uprights.
Thank you. And are these the ones like the beacons and those kind of things, or is this a little different?
Through the chair, it's the mast arm signal support, so you see the arm go over the road.
Okay.
That holds the signals on it. Yeah,
Okay.
so we were asked earlier at committee about how many intersections are mast armed, and out of our 980 intersections, there's 556 that are mast armed signal supports.
Thank you. Councilman Bishop?
Yes, Mr. Chairman, we vetted it this morning and we fully support it for passage.
Seeing no other questions on ordinance number 1446-2025 stands approved. Please sign on. Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Just out of curiosity, I do have one point that I want to ask you guys if you could, not a point. I'm moving away from points. I hope everybody hear a theme here. The question that I have, just miscellaneous, have you guys ever looked at these local vendors like Road Prints and other folks that are trying to do automated? I'm always for keeping work for the workers, but just like we had pothole killers a few years ago, have we looked at supplementing some of these things that we have so that we could alleviate some of the pressure on our workforce and maybe try to even have a trial for some of these kind of major things like this where these things are being built in our own backyard, but they're going across the country and selling like rapid fire?
Through the chair, to the chair, we actually worked with Road Prints for about 5 years in helping them to develop that technology. So we tested it with them. Unfortunately, for our use, it's not very efficient compared to what our crews can do. But we have used that machine. We've painted a couple roadways for the symbols with that machine. So it's great if you have a large area and 2 people dedicated to it, but we found our crews are more efficient and get twice as much done just on symbols than that machine can do.
Thank you. Nothing like people power. Appreciate it. All right, thank you. All right, next we have ordinance number 1295-2025 as amended by council members Bishop and Griffin by departmental request, an emergency ordinance authorizing the Director of Capital Projects to enter into an amendment to the memorandum of understanding with the Greater Cleveland Regional Transit Authority to provide additional services for improvements and extend the contract. And I'm going to read the amendment. The amendment states that there is no legal objection to this legislation if amended as follows. 1, in section 2, line 3, strike and other funds. Date 11/24/2025, signed by Patricia McGinty Aston, Assistant Director of Law. Director?
Mr. Chairman, hello. This ordinance relates to an ordinance we passed back in 2022 when RTA was designing and planning for the reconstruction of their West 117th Street station, which has recently opened and I understand is quite nice. The request of the city came because they wanted to do work at the street level, which is the city's responsibility. The city of Cleveland owns, if you will, the east side of the street. Lakewood is the west side of the street, and they wanted to do a treatment that would be on both sides of the street. So Lakewood and the city of Cleveland both agreed to participate. The project is now done, and we have 2 requests through this ordinance. One is to extend the memorandum of understanding that we have through the end of this year, and also to make an additional payment of $29,600 to RTA because of additional concrete work and railing work, which we agreed to along the way to make the project complete. And so we're seeking concurrence on that, and Rick can give you some more details about the exact work that was extra.
Commissioner?
To the chair. The extra work consists of doing concrete patching on the walls, went from like 370 square yards to well over 500 square yards. And the railing, the way it was attached to the wall, was changed to make it sturdier. That and 1 or 2 other things caused the increase in price from $140,400 to $170,000.
Okay. All right, thank you. Councilman Bishop?
Yes, Mr. Chairman, we fully support this for passage.
Thank you. Seeing no other questions, ordinance number 1295-2025 as amended stands approved.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next is ordinance number 1400-2025 by Councilmembers Bishop and Griffin. By departmental request, an emergency ordinance authorizing the Director of Capital Projects to apply to the District 1 Public Works Integrating Committee for state funding for the rehabilitation of a portion of Wade Park Avenue, to apply for and accept grants and gifts and grants from various entities for the improvement, and authorizing the Commissioner of Purchases and Supplies to acquire, accept, and record for right-of-way purposes real property and easements necessary to make the improvement. The Director.
Mr. Chairman, thank you. This is a typical ordinance related to roadway improvements. This one relates to Wade Park Avenue, and it would go from East 66th Street to East 118th Street. Initially, we received funding from NOACA for this project, and then we've supplemented that with some safety funding, which came in at a pretty good price at just over $3.3 million. And then also we have a pending application to DOPWIC for about $4.2 million. So this is a large project, about $12.4 million, that we're really looking forward to transforming and making Wade Park a safer street. We have started community engagement. Mr. Switowski and his team have attended meetings for both Councilman Conwell as well as Councilwoman House Jones to meet with their residents, and we'll have more community engagement as we move along through the design process.
Thank you. Councilman Bishop?
Yes, Mr. Chairman, we fully support this for passage.
Thank you. And since you just said it, Councilman Conwell is coming to the table, and Councilwoman House Jones is supportive of this.
Yes, she is.
Councilman Conwell?
This is the project you guys met with my residents about Wade Park. Yes, sir. I just talked with a resident about that yesterday morning. I'm there. Matter of fact, I think someone was out surveying this morning also in the neighborhood, and I like that a lot. Matter of fact, the residents really appreciate it, and they support it 100%. You guys narrated to them. You listened to the residents. We met at Case Western Reserve, and Rick, you did a good job. I was very happy. So I asked my colleagues to support this project. You support it 100%. I asked my colleagues to support it 100%. And my residents, my bosses, support it 100%. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Seeing no other questions, ordinance number 1402-2025 stands approved. I'm sorry, 1400? No, 1400 is not amended.
It's not amended. It's not amended.
Yeah, so 1400, 2025, right? All right. Next up is ordinance number 1402-2025 as amended by council members Hairston, Bishop, and Griffin by departmental request, an emergency ordinance authorizing the director of capital projects to employ one or more professional consultants for the construction of pedestrian enhancements along Euclid Avenue from Upper Valley Drive to Ivanhoe Road, known as the Euclid Avenue Pedestrian Improvement Project, to apply for and accept gifts or grants from any public or private entity, authorizing the mayor and the commissioner of purchasing and supplies as appropriate to acquire, accept, and record for right-of-way purposes, real property and easements necessary to make the improvement, and authorizing the director of capital projects to enter into any relative agreements. The amendment reads as follows. There is no legal objection to this legislation if amended as follows. 1, in section 2, at the end, insert that the Director of Public Works shall provide written notice to the clerk of council whenever any purchase is made under this section, which notice shall include the details of any such cooperative purchases. Dated 11/24/25 by Patricia McGinty Aston, Assistant Director of Law. Director.
Mr. Chairman, so this ordinance relates to an enhancement project on Euclid Avenue that would go from Upper Valley Drive to Ivanhoe. And the city of Cleveland did a roadway project that we completed in 2024. Almost concurrently, the city planning had been working on a TLCI planning study that completed in 2022. So the timing of the study in our construction project was off, so we couldn't include any enhancements in our construction project. So we're coming back now with separate funding to add enhancements to the roadway project that's already been completed. We applied to NOACA for a TLCI implementation grant. They did award us $500,000. We've also applied twice for ODOT safety funding, which we have not yet received, but there's another round in January, so we're going to apply again. And then we are putting together, the scope that would match with the funding that we have. So we either have to stick with the smaller grant that we get from NOACA, the $500,000, or hopefully we'll get some safety money to add to it. But this would enhance the pedestrian and bicycle experience, specifically helping with our Vision Zero goals of reducing crashes and enhancing the safety of this stretch of Euclid Avenue.
Thank you. Councilman Bishop.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, we heard this morning. We fully recommend it for passage.
Thank you. Councilman Anthony Hairston.
Yes, Mr. Chair, fully supportive of this piece. This is a long time coming. We've been working on this for quite some time. Happy to see that this is finally moving forward. The residents in the neighborhood are excited about this. We've been talking about this, and they just want to see this come together. As we talked about earlier, I won't be here, but looking at the city, MOCAP Department and Public Works to consider future bond funds and other funds to support this project, in additional phases as we move forward. Hope this should not be, and I hope this will not be the one and only phase of this, but, it'll be additional phases to further enhance the Euclid Avenue corridor. Fully support, Mr. Chair. Thank you.
Thank you. And Councilman Hairston, I'm going to give you a statement that somebody once said to me, because I truly appreciate your time on service, and I was going to wait till next week. But when I see things like this, you planted seeds that's going to grow trees under whose shade
I appreciate it.
we may never sit. So
Thank you,
that's
sir.
why I appreciate your work on this. All right?
Thank you, brother.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
you.
This is, next one is ordinance number 1416-2025, as amended by council members Polinsik, Bishop, Griffin, and Hairston by departmental request, an emergency ordinance to amend sections 2 and 11 of ordinance number 993-2025, passed August 13th, 2025, relating to agreements with Cuyahoga County and Cleveland Metro Parks for the Euclid Beach Trail Connector to add additional land to the submerged land lease and to supplement the ordinance by adding new sections 11A, 11B, 11C, 11D, and 11E relating to subleasing the land to the Northeast Ohio Regional Sewer District. And the amendment is as follows. There is no legal objection to this legislation if amended as follows. 1, in section 2, line 1, strike section and insert section 2, and in line 2, strike is and insert are. This was dated 11/14/2025, signed by Kevin Roberts, Chief Director of Law. Director.
Mr. Chairman, so this is a project that is near and dear to Councilman Plensik's heart. We've been working on the Euclid Beach Connector Trail for a while now, and it will go out to bid in the springtime and go out to start construction in the summertime. And it's a pretty complicated project. We apologize that we have to come back for an amendment, but it's to clarify some parts of the ordinance that we passed just a few months ago. Commissioner DeGennaro is going to go through those points. Just so that I say, the limits of the project are Euclid Beach Park at 156th Street to Shore Acres Drive.
Thank you.
Thank you, Director. So this ordinance amends ordinance number 993-2025, which authorized the project, specifically the city's accepting easements in connection with the project and entering into a submerged land lease with the Ohio Department of Natural Resources. This ordinance amends that ordinance to change two things. One is the trail easements are going to be perpetual instead of limited to 50 years, as was contemplated in 993-2025. And the reason for that is the city really is accepting easements from various property owners, and we don't want to have to go back in 50 years because there is a risk that the property owner in 50 years won't grant the easement, and so the trail would not be able to be continuous. So it's to ensure the ongoing continuous operation and maintenance of the trail, the first change. And then the second change is the city is accepting a submerged land lease in connection with this project. There's a little piece of it's at the end of East 156th Street. In the lake, there's a NORCID, Northeast Ohio Regional Sewer District, has a sewer pipe that runs under East 156th, and it goes out into the lake. So that little section, we need to have a submerged land lease for, and so we want to add that to our submerged land lease and then have authority to seek consent from ODNR to sublease that little piece to ODNR. And there's a map in your packet that kind of shows that area. So those are the two changes. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilman Bishop.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, we fully vetted this morning and fully recommend it for passage.
Thank you. Councilman Polinsik.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The director is being polite. This has been an ongoing process for a long period of time. This is to provide additional lakefront access for pedestrians and cyclists to extend about a quarter of a mile to the west from the Euclid Beach Pier. So again, it enhances opportunities for residents, pedestrians, cyclists to have more access to the lakefront. That's what it's all about, provide greater access. It's something I've worked on a long, long time. So again, I want to thank the administration on this. I want to thank my colleagues in the committee for passing it this morning, and I certainly urge its passage tonight. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Councilman Hairston.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Fully support. Again, another great project for the community, and ask the committee for their support. Thank you.
Thank you. Seeing no other questions, ordinance number 1416-2025, as amended, stands approved. Please sign on. Thank you. All right, next up is ordinance number 1489-2025 by council members Welch, Bishop, Hairston, and Griffin by departmental request. An emergency ordinance to vacate a portion 0.2987 acres of West 3rd Street. Director.
Yes, sir. We're just going to put up a PowerPoint here. I'll be quick on it, but these three ordinances are all related.
So let me read them all into the record.
Yes, sir.
So then that way we could hear them all at once, if I could, and hear one presentation. Thank you. The next one is ordinance number 1490-2025 by council members Welch, Bishop, Hairston, and Griffin by departmental request. An emergency ordinance to vacate a portion 0.2990 acres of West 3rd Street. And the next piece is ordinance number 1491-2025 by council members Welch, Bishop, Hairston, and Griffin by departmental request. An emergency ordinance to vacate a portion 0.3451 acres of West 3rd Street. These are all companion pieces. Director, please proceed.
Yes, sir. Thank you. And just a reminder to council, there's 3 steps to a vacation process. This is the third of 3 steps. So the first step is a resolution of intent to vacate. The second is the Board of Revision of Assessments. And then the third and final step is where we're at today, which is an ordinance to vacate the roadway. So there's 3 ordinances. The first ordinance relates to, so this would be 1489, relates to the portion of the roadway at the far left of the screen on the map that is between Eagle Avenue and Cuyahoga River. Do you want me to point that out to you?
Yes,
Yeah.
if you could.
So the first ordinance relates to this piece right here, which is, this is the Cuyahoga River, this is Eagle Avenue, this is Stones Levee. So this portion will be vacated. It'll be turned into, thank you, it'll be turned into a river walk as well as a kayak launch at this location. The second ordinance relates to the piece between Eagle Avenue and Central Avenue. And as I'll explain in a minute, it just takes out some extra wide right-of-way at this location. West 3rd Street, as it is right now with the same curbs, remains as is. And then the third ordinance is from Central Avenue to the Bridge Pier. And again, 3rd Street remains in the same configuration, but we're removing some extra wide right-of-way. And if folks remember when there used to be an Eagle Avenue bridge that would take you from Gateway down to West 3rd Street, you might recall that there were ramps that would lead up to the bridge and allow you to go up the bridge. And so that's why we have extra wide right-of-way at these locations. And so this partial right-of-way will allow West 3rd Street to remain and the extra right-of-way to be part of the development site.
Okay. Councilman Bishop?
Yes, Mr. Chairman, we heard this this morning, and we fully recommend it for passage.
All right, thank you.
Chairman, I have a question.
Councilman Polinsky.
Yes, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, to the Director DeRosa, on the West 3rd, as it's to be vacated, along the river, are we doing anything to require that bollards or something be posted? You know the problem we've been having with cars being deposited in the river. So we've had this problem, the Division of Police has had this problem on the east side of the river with cars being deposited where there's just no bollards, no barricades, no nothing.
Through the chairman of the council, I was not aware of that, but I can make sure that we have conversations with the design team and the developer about that.
I hope so on that. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Seeing no other questions, ordinances number, these companion pieces, ordinance number 1489, 1490, 1491-2025, all stand approved. Please sign on. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'll be giving you a call. I want to talk about that Brick Street stuff because I do want to invest, but I do have some questions about that. So, is the best person to call is Mr. Swatowski and you and him?
Rick's gonna have the details, but I'm happy to join. Rick will have the details.
Kind of expensive, but
Yeah, it is.
we'll have a good conversation if you get a chance. Okay.
It is cheaper though than through the requirements.
I figured that, but that's something I want to talk out to you. Maybe I might have to just do one at a time, but we need to talk that through if we could. Okay. Thank you for that update. Okay. All right. Thank you. The next ordinance is ordinance number 1511-2025 by Council Members Hairston and Griffin by departmental request. An emergency ordinance approving the Tax Incentive Review Council's year 2024 recommendations. Director Boudreau. Did I get it right?
No R after the D.
Boudreau. Okay, I get
Bordeaux.
it. Bordeaux.
Wine.
All right, please proceed.
Thank you. Third time is the charm. Here today on the Tax Increment Review Committee recommendations. I have Byron, who can talk about this in his sleep, here to support me with that and answer any of your questions.
Thank you. Mr. Demery.
Chair, how are you guys doing? Just wanted to let you know that the TURC committee met this year, August 26, 2025. They reviewed 11 commercial enterprise zone agreements, and they also reviewed TIF agreements as well. Recommended everything passed for your tax incentive review. 3 were in grace period, and 1 was recommended to continue that was not in compliance, and 7 were recommended to continue that were in compliance. So wanted to see if you guys had any questions, but that was the wrap of the meeting that happened last August.
Thank you. Councilman Hairston?
Yes, Mr. Chair. Fully supportive of the recommendations that the committee addressed. You know, the committee discussed several factors of why maybe someone who didn't meet their goals, the necessary need to continue these agreements in place because of the interactions that the department and others were having with these entities to get them on track and for them to keep moving. Some of them were maybe 1 or 2 people shy, right? But has put in a significant amount of investment in improvements into where they are and they operate. And so asking the committee to fully support the recommendation. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other questions regarding 1511-2025? Seeing no other questions, ordinance number 1511-2025 will be heard for consideration by the full body of council this evening. Thank you.
Thank you. And Byron keeps them tight.
All right, Director, he always seems to bring up the anchor leg. I got to do something about that one.
You know, I was just about to mention that.
Director Cole.
Yeah. We're going to put you first.
Yeah,
the
one day
next
I'm going to
time.
grab you first. But he comes with these sheets, and that's why they don't always get moved up to the top of the food chain.
It gives me an opportunity to learn.
Awesome. All right, this is ordinance number 1516-2025 by Councilmember Griffin by departmental request, an emergency ordinance approving the collective bargaining agreement with the International Association of Firefighters, Local 93, ARFF, and to amend Section 29 of ordinance number 194-2021, passed March 29, 2021, as amended relating to compensation for various classifications. Director.
Thank you, Chairman. Yes, this is to ratify the contract with Local 93 ARF. These are the firefighters at the airport. A couple things of note in this particular contract is it's very similar to what we call the Big 93 contract, the main fire department. Additionally, it also incorporates the commander classification. They formally had filed a petition for representation, which we voluntarily accepted. So they are also a part of this collective bargaining agreement. Certainly happy to answer any questions.
Thank you. Just one brief question. Whenever you settle these, you actually have to do retroactive. Am I correct?
That's correct, Chairman.
So the one thing that I do want you to consider in the future, because it's my understanding, and I'm not sure if it's for this contract or what other contract it is, but we actually have to put money in the transfer ordinance in order to cover some of the dollars that this settlement has dictated. So it's good for us to know how much of a budget impact this will have whenever we pass these and ratify these agreements, okay?
Okay.
It's not an extraordinary large amount, but it's enough that raise my antennas. Okay?
Understood. So, just for clarification, you want me to bring what the budget
Just
impact
want to
would be?
understand what the budget
Okay.
impacts whenever you bring us these agreements to ratify. Just let us know. If some of them may not be a budget impact, but if there are budget impacts, I know this one specifically because I just went over the transfer ordinance earlier, and I know that there's some dollars that we have to transfer in order to cover some of the retro costs associated with some of these agreements.
Understood.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Thank you. I don't see any other questions, but Councilman Michael Palencia.
Mr. Chairman, to the director, this covers how many employees?
Through the chairman to the councilman, it's approximately 14.
14, okay, thank you, Mr.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you.
14.
Thank you. Seeing no other questions, ordinance number 1516-2025 stands approved and will be heard by the full council this evening. Thank you. Next is ordinance number 1517-2025 by Councilmember Griffin by departmental request, approving the collective bargaining agreement with International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, IBEW, Local 38, and to amend Section 20 of ordinance number 194-2021 passed March 29, 2021, as amended relating to compensation for various classifications. Director.
Thank you again, Chairman. Yes, this is to ratify the contract between the City of Cleveland and the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local 38. Pretty standard contract. One thing of note in this and one other contract today is the increase of the starting wage in an effort to continue to attract more individuals into trades here with the City of Cleveland. Other than that, it's pretty standard, but certainly happy to answer any questions.
Thank you. Do we have any questions regarding ordinance number 1517-2025? Seeing no questions, ordinance number 1517-2025 stands approved. Last piece of legislation for today is ordinance number 1518-2025 by Councilmember Griffin by departmental request, an emergency ordinance approving the collective bargaining agreement with the Plumbers Local 55 Plumbers Inspectors and to amend Section 21 of ordinance number 194-2021 passed March 29, 2021 as amended relating to compensation for various classifications. Director.
Thank you again, Chairman. This is the third of fourth today. This is, as you said, to ratify the contract with the International Brotherhood of Plumbers Inspectors, excuse me. Very standard, again, as with the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers. The starting wage has been increased, again, to attract more individuals into trades here with the City of Cleveland. Everything else is fairly standard, as with the other contracts, but certainly happy to answer any questions.
Thank you. Do we have any questions regarding 1518-2025? Seeing no questions, ordinance number 1518-2025 stands approved. That concludes this committee of finance.
Should have one more piece. No? Painters?
Look, my pockets when I walked down the street, Conwell. What they say? I walked out, I had a bunch of money. I walked to the end of the street, they got no more money. Please hold for a moment. I don't see this one.
She found it.
I was gonna say, if not, I'll see you guys again next week. She found it.
She's gonna retrieve it.
1545, I guess is the,
Huh?
I got in real late.
Man, got it real late.
Hey, I had a good
I know they were,
conversation. It was frank, but it was direct. But it was cordial. We weren't swearing at one another. I mean, I just told him, I said, what do you think? I mean, we paid through the nose, $700 million.
All right. One last piece of legislation. Ordinance number 1545-2025 by Councilmember Griffin by departmental request. An emergency ordinance approving the collective bargaining agreement with International Union of Painters and Allied Trades, better known as IBPAT, District Council 6, AFL-CIO, Local 639, and to amend Section 13 of Ordinance Number 194-2021 passed March 29, 2021, as amended relating to compensation for various classifications. Director.
thank you for bearing with me, Chairman and committee. This is my last piece of legislation for today. This is to ratify the contract with the International Union of Painters and Allied Trades, Local 639, and amend the corresponding pay band. This affects approximately 10 employees. Nothing of major note in this collective bargaining agreement, but certainly happy to answer any questions. Just as a side note, this does bring us to 25 of the 33 contracts, or approximately 76% of the collective bargaining agreements.
Thank you.
Completed.
Do we have any questions regarding 1518-2025? Seeing no other questions regarding 1518-2025 stands approved and will be considered.
How many collective bargaining?
How many? That's 20. He just said 25 out of 30.
25? Okay.
He said, which brings it up to 76%, but it's 25 out of 33 that have been collectively, that have been ratified.
Number is 1545. He's the last one.
I'm sorry. Ordinance number 1545-2025 stands approved. Everybody, please excuse me. I'm dealing with jet lag.
Thank
Be
you.
heard by the full council tonight for consideration. That concludes today's council meeting, Monday, November 24th, Finance, Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion. We will convene at 7 o'clock this evening. Thank you.